Hey, what's up, everybody? We're going to try to make our pork again. We have green onions, garlic, rosemary, and diced white onions. So, we're going to do it this time with mayonnaise. What we're going to try to do is wrap this up in tin foil and put it in our coals. So, I'm going to put the mayonnaise in a bowl and put all the uh, ingredients into that and mix it all up. And this is going to be a kind of like a coating for the pork. I'm going to try to get all of that. And I found that when you do this, before when I used to do this, I used to lightly saute it, but it's not necessary at all because I'm doing it exactly like how we do fish on the beach when we wrap it up in tin foil, especially if we shoot like a parrotfish or a big goldfish. So there's the mixture, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna coat and stuff the pork with it. It already smells really good. So there's the pork that we got from Costco a while back. This is, I think, the last of it. I'm gonna slice it right down the middle. So this was like a bargain thing that they had. It was like half off, I guess, because it was getting nearing the sale date. So we just bought the big one and just cut it up and froze it. So I'm going to stuff the inside of it. And this time I'm not going to tie it up because I don't think it's necessary. And one of our subscribers said I should sear the pork first, but I decided against it because I think what I'm guessing what will happen is by using the mayonnaise, that should brown the meat from the heat. At least that's what happens when you do the fish. So I'm assuming the pork's going to be the same way. So I'm going to coat it all up. And what I should have done is I should have done this on the tin foil, but that's for next time. So I'm going to take it over to our island and put it on the tin foil. So like I said, I should have done that on the tin foil, so I would have skipped this process. I'm getting pretty good with moving the tripod as I'm doing all of this. So, I mean, you could see it move a little there. And I really love that tripod. I got that for when we go fishing. So, I'm going to add a little bit of salt here. And I was debating of whether to put salt on it because of the seasoning from the mayonnaise. But I thought I like it salty anyway. So, I just put a little salt on there. Getting mayonnaise all over my fingers. So I'm going to put more salt on the other side. And now I'm going to put some black pepper on it. And when we do the fish, normally I don't do this, but I thought the pork would need a little bit more seasoning, so that's why I put the pepper on it. So now it's time to wrap it up. So when we wrap it up to throw it or bury it inside the coals, we wrap it tight so there's no chance for or limited chance for the juices to leak out. So it's gonna bake in its own juices. So here's our coals. Gonna put it in there and I'm gonna bury it. And nice and hot. So while it's cooking, I'm gonna pick some vegetables. So this is Chinese lettuce. So I'm just cutting off the leaves. You notice that they're little remnants of leaves on the bottom. So I want this to grow taller. So I'm just going to cut off the leaves. And I'm also going to try to get a bell pepper. You can see our peppers there getting nice and big. It just blows me away how this small little plant can produce such big peppers. And I'm not a big bell pepper fan, but these are really good. So I'm going to take the ugly one and use that. So this is red lettuce. And normally we don't cook the red lettuce, but I'm going to take some of the leaves, and the reason why it's for color in the stir fry. So I'm going to stir fry all of this up to eat with the pork. Normally we eat the red lettuce raw. So there are all the vegetables. So there they are. I'm going to chop them up. I already washed them. Make big chunks. Because when you stir fry this, it's gonna get really small. So the red lettuce I'm dicing up a lot thinner because I just want it to look like little red dots in the stir fry. So that was just for looks. So the bell pepper, I'm gonna try to keep the seeds, and we're gonna try to replant these because these are doing really well up here, much better than our catamaran lane lot. So hopefully we can grow some bell pepper. So all of our food waste we keep. What's really interesting is, unlike the city, we don't generate a lot of rubbish. So all of our food waste, anything food waste right now, we bury it in our compost pile, and our paper waste we use as fire starter to make our coals and for our grill. So we don't go to the dump that often. The only thing that we dump are the plastic waste and the metal waste. And we recycle whatever plastic we can. Um, so this is a white onion. Currently, we don't have any white onions growing. We planted some, and hopefully we'll get some. That thing takes like a long time. Probably be like a year from now by the time we get our white onions. So this is one we bought from the market. I'm gonna dice this up. Same for the garlic. Our garlic isn't growing as well up in our Tiki Lane lot as it did in Catamaran. We'll see what happens with our garlic. So that's pretty much all the veg, and there's our pork. It's buried in there. Sorry, I missed covering it up, but so I flipped it over a couple times. I can hear it sizzling in there, so it should be good to go. So here's our little pork bundle. It's time to unwrap it. What's really cool about the foil is when you do this, um, the outside it's cool, but the inside is hot. So the mayonnaise did have the effect that I wanted. It actually browned it. You could see it like it's like I guess the mayonnaise is burning. So it looks really beautiful, and it smells so ono. So it did get the effect that we wanted, which is awesome. The We also pulled out one of our carrots, which we didn't get on film, but the carrots are growing really well here. Gonna plant more of these guys because we made the beds deeper. It is growing nice and long and straight, and it's growing a lot faster than it did in Catamaran Lane. It took forever to get carrots to grow there. So we're gonna pan fry this. So we put the onions, the bell pepper, and the carrots in first. And then we're going to add the leaves. So you can see how it's cooked down right there. Nice little brown. And now we add the leaves. So that's the Chinese lettuce and the red lettuce. So all we have in the pan right now is a little bit of oil. So our cast iron pan, which we used to use out on the grill, this is going to be permanently indoors now, and we're going to use our cast iron wok outside. The reason why is like the grill kind of burns the bottom, so put some salt on, just a light amount, some black pepper, and we're going to put a dash of oyster sauce. Panda brand oyster sauce, which we got from the market. Just a little. And this is going to cook in no time. Actually, could have got a little bit more of the vegetables. I mean, of the greens, the Chinese lettuce and the red lettuce, because you can see how quick it's cooking down. But really like the color profile, the orange, a little dash of the red, and the white from the onions, and the bright green from the Chinese lettuce. If you haven't had Chinese lettuce, you should really try it. I never knew about it until we started growing it in Catamaran, and it's quickly become one of our favorite vegetables because you can cook it and you can eat it raw. It has a very distinctive taste. And there's the dish. Sorry for the lighting. Our pork and vegetables with white rice. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and aloha.